Hey, what's up, guys? Chris Ead here, and I know this is a couple days late. I never intended it for it to be this late. I just haven't had the time to get around to doing this. But I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and break down some of UFC 200 and the event in general. I was so satisfied with the event, guys. It was awesome, so worth the $60 for the event. Yeah, I bought it. Not into trying to find all this stuff for free. I don't believe in that, but amazing event from top to bottom. And I only saw the main card. I didn't even get to see some of the prelims. I just had a ton of stuff going on that day, running around. Had to do a bunch of errands and stuff, but I'm going to go back and watch the prelims, of course, the first batch of prelims that were on the Fight Pass. I don't know if they put the stuff on FS1 onto Fight Pass or not. I have no idea, but I definitely, when I have the time, I'm going to go through and watch the prelims that were on UFC stream service, Fight Pass. Awesome site. If you guys, all you MMA fans, if you haven't got on there already, it's awesome. I love it. But 200 though, hell of an event, and I'm gonna hurry up and pull back up the card so we can talk about it. But it exceeded my expectations, and I'm pretty sure it exceeded most people's expectations. I mean, the card itself was stacked from top to bottom. It was just amazing. And let's see. I'm going to try and hurry up and pull this up so we can get into it. All right, here we go. So Cain Velasquez and Travis Browne started off the main card, and Cain Velasquez won 2 minutes and 36 seconds into the into round one, I believe. And he looked unbelievable. Cain didn't even look like a heavyweight in this fight. He looked like he belonged in the middleweight, welterweight division with the way he was throwing, going for a ton of head kicks on Travis Browne. I mean, Cain's quickness and agility, it looked awesome. He looked really good. And, I mean, he was just catching Travis Browne left and right. I was pulling for Cain to win this match. Of course, he won, so not a shocker. I would like to see Cain actually go from here, challenge whoever comes out of UFC 203 for the heavyweight championship, Miocic or Overeem. I'd like to see Cain get a shot against one of them. So, and I'm actually going to UFC 203. I just got the tickets the other day for that. So that's going to be fun. UFC 203. The card itself is okay, the main card. But, I mean, my boy CM Punk, Ordum's also fighting on that card. So is Uriah Faber. I have it pulled up right now, but back to 200. Cain Velasquez won by knockout in the first round. So after that, we had Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar, which went the distance, actually. I won all 5 rounds. This was, I was saying this had the potential to be probably the best fight on the card, just in terms of these two fighters alone. But Jose Aldo had control for most of this fight. I mean, Edgar got his moments in, don't get me wrong, but Aldo just he had octagon control. He was being more aggressive, and he just outperformed Frankie Edgar. And he won by decision. Can I pull up the? They don't. I can't. I'm not going to spend all day, but they didn't have No, I don't see them. The overall judges scorecard. Oh, no. Here it is. So they scored it, 48, 47, 49, 46, 49, 46, all in favor of Aldo. So, I mean, just on a round-by-round basis, of course. Now, what round did they give it to Frankie? I have no idea off the top of my head. But this was what it is. What it is for UFC 200. Great. One of the best fights on the main card. I think this was the only. No. This was one of three that went the distance. But after this, we had Cormier and Silva. And this is after all the John Jones stuff that went down. So going into this, of course, I was expecting Daniel Cormier to be better conditioned, more prepared, just because he's been in camp the whole time. Anderson Silva, I think they even said after he didn't even really have a camp for that. He wasn't even training prior to this. He just accepted it on 2 days' notice and went in and fought. The judges, Daniel Cormier won by decision. The judges, all three of them, scored it 30-26. So Cormier, of course, victorious. And I know a lot of people were not happy about the way Cormier fought this fight. And he wrestled Anderson Silva for the entire fight, all on the ground. He did not stand up with Anderson. And the chances that he had to take him to the ground, he took him. Anderson Silva hung in there, and on 2 days' notice, at his age, it's a hell of an accomplishment for him to go in there with all of that, and go the distance with Daniel Cormier, and I know a lot of people hated how Cormier fought this fight, but in that situation, I think Cormier made the right decision. I'm not saying that it was the most entertaining because it wasn't, but if you're, a blood and guts mixed martial arts fan, but Cormier did what he had to do. He won the fight any means necessary. He wrestled Silva all 3 rounds. And, for Silva to go the distance is incredible. I'm interested to see where both fighters actually go from here, to be honest. But it looked like near the end, at the end of the 3rd round, Silva had there was like a slight window for him to attempt to knock out DC, and it was sort of how the him and Bisping their fight, where Silva was he would just let loose, at the last 10 seconds of the round, or 10 seconds left in the round. And, he went batshit crazy, and I was on the edge of my seat. I was hoping for him to knock out DC. Of course, it didn't happen. But, that to compare, how the end of these rounds sort of went was sort of how it was with him and Bisping, if you guys watch that. But going forward, the returning Brock Lesnar against Mark Hunt. This was absolutely incredible. I'm a huge Lesnar fan. If you guys couldn't tell, throughout all those Raw reviews and stuff and all the wrestling talk. But, Lesnar, to do what he did after a 4.5-year, 5-year layoff, he looked like he didn't miss a beat. Jesus Christ. This dude's a fucking freak. This man, after 4.5 years, comes back to the UFC and beats Mark Hunt, who is a top 10 heavyweight. That's just unheard of. The things that Brock Lesnar has done is just unheard of. People don't do what he does. That's what makes him such a special athlete and such an attraction. And that's why, people like me respect the hell out of what this guy does. And by no means is he's one of the greatest of all times, because he's not. But what he does is just unheard of. It's just the things he does is people don't do them. That's what makes him such a special attraction, such an amazing athlete, such a respectable athlete. I mean, what else can I say? Brock Lesnar, on a round by round, I remember this off the top of my head. I scored the first round in favor of Brock, 10-9. He came out throwing leg kicks. I mean, this dude picked up so much. He did so much. He added so much more to his fight game. That's the best way to phrase it. He came out throwing leg kicks. He was circling the hell out of Mark, going in with some feints, trying to set up for the takedown. He landed. Let me see if I can pull this up. He landed all 3 of his attempted takedowns in the first round. I mean, he made Mark Hunt, just look irrelevant in this first round. So they come out round 2, and both guys were just, it's not really as much filling each other out. They were just kind of taking this round off. It was almost like it never happened. Very little happened. Mark actually stuffed 4 of Lesnar's takedowns. Hunt landed 10 more total strikes, 4 more significant strikes. To be honest, it seemed like Mark had more, he was more of the aggressor. He was establishing octagon control. I was actually debating, I mean, not really debating, but when we were watching this, you guys remember Tom from some of the other videos. We were talking, and he was saying about how he was scoring it in favor of Lesnar because he was being more aggressive. And I was telling him, I understand where you're coming from on that. But if I was really scoring, I'd probably give it to Hunt, to be honest. Maybe just because he was having more control. Still back and forth on that because Lesnar was being more aggressive. But some of the things that he was doing were getting stuffed, some of his takedowns. But, I mean, either way, this round was, however you scored it, based on that. I mean, the third round itself was, the winner of the third round was going to win the fight, needless to say. And Lesnar came out, landed a huge fucking takedown, and then just started teeing off on Hunt left and right with punches to the side of the head. Some of his body knee strikes were just vicious. I mean, this he weighed in at 265, probably was standing there at 280. Just the beast of an athlete that Lesnar is. I mean, he took it to Hunt. I hope this isn't the last we've seen of him. I hope we get maybe 3 more fights out of Lesnar. He looks like he hasn't missed a beat, at his age. The dude's just an unbelievable athlete, and hopefully he doesn't get busted for anything, with the couple drug tests that he's probably going to be taking after the fight. I haven't heard of anything come out yet at the time I'm recording this, so we shall see. But let's go on to the main event. And at the time, I thought they were going to make Lesnar and Hunt the main event. And I guess, I don't know when, I found out the day of that they ended up changing it to Tate and Nunes. I guess Dana said he wanted to end on a title fight. I heard theories that he probably wanted Ronda to come out and challenge Tate. After that, because Ronda is his, golden child. She gets a lot of favoring in the UFC. I'm just going to go out and say that, but even Conor McGregor does to an extent. Both of them, to be honest. But yeah, Miesha Tate, Amanda Nunes main event. This was just crazy. So, all right, how about this? Tate landed 3 significant strikes. Nunes landed 40. Tate landed 3 total strikes. Amanda Nunes landed 40. And Amanda Nunes had 1 submission attempt, which ended the fight. She won via rear naked choke. She rocked the shit out of Miesha Tate with a number of strikes. Miesha Tate didn't even look like she knew where she was. Amanda Nunes won a minute 43 in round 1. Just just an amazing performance from her, defeating Miesha Tate. Came out swinging. And from watching, I've yet to watch Amanda Nunes. This is my first event watching her. The quickness difference between her and Tate was unbelievable. She looked like she was on a different level in comparison to Miesha Tate. Amanda Nunes just looked amazing. Caught Miesha, rocked her world, and Miesha at one point she was just like retreating. It wasn't even like she was trying to create some separation or some distance after she got rocked. It looked like she was full out retreating, and Nunes went in for the kill and won, rear naked choke, made her tap. So Amanda Nunes closed out UFC 200 with the bantamweight championship. She also got performance of the night. Actually, let me go through here on the main card if there's any other. Cain Velasquez got performance of the night. They're on the main card. They're on FS1. They're going through. There were a couple more, but as for the main card, that's all I'm going to really talk about. I didn't watch the FS1 prelims or anything on the Fight Pass. I may check out the Fight Pass stuff when I have the time, though. But as just an overall for 200, it was just awesome. It was just an amazing card, amazing event, well worth the money. I was very satisfied, very entertained. And I guess you had a little bit of everything if you watch the prelims on the Fight Pass and FS1. I mean, you had a bunch of first round knockouts. So that's why I'm going to go through and watch some of those. But just to quickly highlight some of the stuff coming up. Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to... damn it. Okay, here we go. So when this loads, we can talk about some of the stuff coming up. 201, 202, 203, they're all going to be awesome. But there's... I know Holly Holm's fighting... I think it's FS1. UFC on Fox. That's she's fighting. Okay, I'm gonna botch the hell out of this. Valentina Shevchenko. So we got that to look forward to. That's gonna be on July 23rd. Also, Edson Barboza is fighting Gilbert Melendez. So I'm intrigued by this. I'm gonna watch it. I can't guarantee if I'm gonna cover this or not. I may cover those two matches or those two fights. Actually, before that. No. Oh shit. Okay, so it's the day I'm recording this. UFC Fight Night, and I'm gonna upload this video today too. So later today we got Michael McDonald versus John Lineker, Tony Ferguson versus Landon Venata. A couple other fights for the main card. So that's on Fox Sports 1. So that is today. That'll be interesting. Actually, if you guys just heard that notification, that was the prelims just started on Fight Pass. So, and then of course we have Robbie Lawler versus Tyron Woodley at 201. That 201 is going to be awesome. Just to watch Robbie Lawler alone defend the welterweight championship, or attempt to. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, Demetrius Johnson was... Okay, yeah, I remember hearing about... Okay, yeah, he was going to fight at this event. He pulled out due to an undisclosed location on July 8th. That sucks. I remember his name on this card, and that's why when I was going through, I thought Demetrius Johnson was going to fight. But then we have at 202... Diaz and McGregor again. Anthony Johnson's fighting. Damian Maia is also fighting. So also Donald Cerrone's fighting on that card. 202 is going to be awesome. And then we have 203, Stipe Miocic versus Alistair Overeem. Fabricio Werdum versus Ben Rothwell. CM Punk's fighting Mickey Gall unless Punk pulls out. Uriah Faber's also fighting on the prelims. So 203. I mean, the next 3 events are going to be awesome. I'm so stoked, so excited for the upcoming stuff that we got here in the UFC. So I hope you guys, enjoyed this, enjoyed my little breakdown. Not the full usual analysis that I was doing. Still trying to slowly get back into doing things. I got burnt out, and I'm sorry, guys. I gave sort of a full explanation on that in the John Jones breaking news video. If you guys want to go, it's at the very end, of course. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back next time with whatever video I got coming up. Don't know where we're going from here, but I hope you guys, hope you all have a good day, and I will talk to you guys next time.